Thank you, Molly. The one and only Tank Davis with me right now, one of the best fighters on the planet Earth. Tank, good to see you. Why this fight? What has he done to deserve to be in the ring against you?
He's a world champion himself. He's coming up and wait to dare to be great. So we fought before, you know, so it's history. It's history in that. There's two guys that's trying to be great.
A lot of people said they talked about y'all background with one another, how familiar you guys are with one another. Talk about that for a second. How well do you know him on a personal level in terms of your associations through the ranks, you know, in terms of your boxing career?
I don't know that, but like personally,
Right.
like, you know, but through the boxing, you know, we came up together and things like that. We had similar friends and things like that in the boxing world. We fought before, you know, so I'm familiar with his.
Gervonta Davis sends a brutal warning to Shakur Stevenson, and the tone wasn't loud or reckless. It was calm, sharp, almost surgical, which honestly makes it land even harder.
So I think that's going to be one of the biggest fights in the world. No cap. I feel like how they talking about Earl and Bud Crawford, I feel like me and Tank going to be basically 2.0 of that.
Yeah.
Probably even bigger than that. So
that Earl and Bud.
Tank didn't need to rant. He didn't need to sell it. He simply laid it out like a man who already sees the ending before the fight even begins.
Well, of course, he's now 135 after all that stuff, and then Devin Haney.
Right, so why people even talk like he the best at, he didn't even fight at 135 yet.
Right.
He didn't even have power at 126, 30 or none of that.
He is good.
Okay. How can you, all that's just okay. How can you stop people that can actually hit?
When he talks about facing champions striving for greatness, you can hear the respect, but there's also that quiet confidence underneath. Like he's been here before and knows exactly how these stories play out.
Dude on Twitter, you was like, you one of them 6 or 7.
Yeah, he's definitely one of them.
For sure?
Yeah, he's definitely one of
Do
them.
you think that's gonna be your hardest fight?
Hell no.
Nah?
Wow.
Cause he a good boxer. Like that's when I look at y'all two as the best in the division.
How? Show me something that he did spectacular. Show me something that he did outrageous. Show me.
Right,
His power not outrageous.
Okay.
What defense?
You don't think he got defense?
He just jumped back. You never see him slip no punch. You never see him slip no punch. Go look at it. You see him back up from a lot of people. Back up, move around. He don't got no technique. And his offense is the same thing.
And then he subtly draws that line, bringing up how fighters start talking about sparring stories, trying to build narratives before the fight. And you can feel the warning slipping in between the words, because when Tank mentions how that kind of talk only fuels him, it's not just a reflection. It's a message directed straight at Shakur Stevenson without even needing to say his name every second.
Afraid of what? Afraid of what? Us fighters, if we're afraid of somebody, it gotta be somebody hitting us and hurting us. Like, he don't have no offense. Everything is defense. Defense only winning basketball and
He makes it clear experience matters, timing matters, and more importantly, knowing when you're ready matters. Tank is basically saying you can have all the skills, all the hype, all the technical brilliance in the world, but once you step in there with him, it's a completely different reality. And that's the part that stands out.
Like, if you ain't doing what Tank doing, then they gonna say it's boring. Do you feel like it's because of how his style is that they kind of putting that on you, like wanting you to do that?
people is blessed with different ability. He's blessed with a God-given ability that he crack you 9 times out of 10, you gonna go down. That's his ability.
Yeah.
I'm blessed with God-given eyes. A lot of people don't understand how good my eyes is. I can see really good. Like punches coming my way, I know how to get away from them.
Right.
At any given time. Our abilities are just different, so they probably are judging me from a scale of him, but at the end of the day, he's a great fighter.
He's not dismissing Shakur Stevenson's ability. He's questioning whether he truly understands what he's walking into. It's that same energy Tank has shown before previous fights. Calm on the surface, dangerous underneath, like a storm that doesn't need to announce itself. And if you're Shakur hearing that, you're not just hearing confidence. You're hearing a reminder that Tank believes he's the final level, not just another opponent.
Realize
Yeah.
Right.
I knew that too, but yeah.
Shakur is a defensive specialist.
And
I've been saying this for a long time. If you pay attention to how Tank would react whenever Shakur's name came up, I was like, yo, something that Tank knows that most people don't know or understand. There's something that he.
And just when Tank is over there delivering that quiet, calculated warning like a man who already sees the ending credits, Roy Jones Jr. steps in and flips the whole script with that legendary level perspective that makes you stop and actually think for a second. Roy isn't yelling. He's not picking sides emotionally. He's breaking it down like a scientist who's seen every version of greatness before. And when he says Shakur Stevenson beats Tank right now, it's not disrespect, it's a diagnosis.
Because he showed against Teofimo that can stay very disciplined all night. And he's the type of guy, he don't really do a lot of crazy stuff in his life normally. So it's like discipline is a thing that is not only exercised inside the ring.
He's pointing straight at discipline. And I like how he connects it to both inside and outside the ring, because that's something fans don't always factor in. Roy Jones Jr. is basically saying Shakur Stevenson fights the same way he lives, controlled, sharp, no wasted movement, no chaos. Meanwhile, he looks at Tank and goes, "Don't get it twisted, this guy is dangerous." But sometimes that outside noise creeps in and affects the inside work. That's not a skill issue, that's a focus issue. And coming from Roy, that it's different. But here's where it gets spicy. Because Roy doesn't just crown Shakur and walk away. He immediately doubles back and says if Tank is locked in, fully disciplined, he's a problem for anybody. That's the part that makes this matchup feel like a coin flip with consequences.
Discipline, but don't get it twisted. If somebody could beat him, Tank Davis would be that person because of his intentions. When Tank is disciplined and got his mind on right, Tank is a problem for anybody. Tank can fight better than most people think he can. It's just that sometimes his outside antics get the better of him.
One guy brings surgical precision, the other brings fight-ending chaos. Roy Jones Jr. is basically telling us the winner isn't just about skill. It's about mindset on that specific night. And when he talks about Shakur Stevenson taking Teofimo Lopez to school, that's him saying this kid isn't just winning. He's educating elite fighters in real time. But then you picture Tank in there, timing one shot and flipping the whole narrative in a second. And now everything gets uncomfortable again. That's what makes this fight so crazy. It's not about who's better overall. It's about who shows up as the best version of themselves when it matters most.
Get more, show that he has all the tools, all the tactics, stay cool under pressure, proved a lot of things. Took a good fighter and took him to school. And that's what great fighters do. So it's like, we got to give him his props. Excellent outcome. Had shots out to Teofimo too for taking a fight.
And just when Roy Jones Jr. is over there breaking it down like a professor talking discipline versus chaos, here comes Terrence Crawford with that cold, no filter honesty that feels less like analysis and more like a direct message to the whole division. Crawford doesn't even try to hide it. He straight up says he doesn't like Tank on a personal level. And I'm sitting there thinking, okay, we've officially moved past polite breakdowns and into real tension now. But here's the thing, he separates it cleanly. He gives Tank full credit as a fighter, power, skill, IQ, all of that gets stamped. But then he pivots right back to Shakur Stevenson and says, nah, that style is a problem. And I like how he frames it. Not as Shakur is better, but that Tank can't do what he usually does. That's a different argument. It's saying your greatest weapon might not even show up on fight night.
You know what I'm saying? I've been saying 50-50. I told both of them that. That's a toss-up to me. No bias. Don't just say that because it's your man. Who you got winning that?
I got Shakur.
Are you saying that because that's your man and you don't like Tank?
No. Hey, like I said, I respect Tank. Like, boxing, he's one of the ones.
Yeah.
we gonna take his personality and personal things out of it. But boxing, he's definitely talented. You know what I mean? And he's definitely got that it. And
Terrence Crawford, you doesn't give you that moment? What happens when Shakur Stevenson like a firewall with gloves on? And that comparison to Floyd Mayweather Jr. isn't accidental. Crawford is telling you, we've seen this movie before. People calling it boring until they realize they can't land anything. Then he throws in Gervonta Davis, too. Like, don't get comfortable. There's another problem growing in real time. That's when it really hits, because now it's not just Tank versus Shakur. It's a whole wave of fighters that don't play by the same rules. So now I'm looking at this fight like, yeah, Tank's got that equalizer. But what if there's nothing to equalize?
But they said the same thing about Floyd. Because they defensive fighters.
Yeah.
Tank is not going to be able to hit Shakur like he hit everybody else. And he know that. I will pick Shakur because I don't believe Tank will be able to land those big shots on.
And just when Crawford lays it out like a quiet storm, basically saying Tank might swing at ghosts all night if Shakur Stevenson gets into that rhythm, the Porterway crew jumps in and turns it into a full-on debate room where nobody agrees. But everybody makes sense at the same time. Point one voice is like, Shakur beats him. Calm, confident, no hesitation. While another immediately leans the other way, saying, hold on, y'all still haven't seen the best version of Tank yet. And I'm sitting here thinking, that's the scariest argument in boxing. The mythical, we haven't seen his final form take. Because it sounds crazy, until it doesn't. Then they start breaking it down like a chess match. And that's when it gets really interesting. They're not arguing who's tougher, they're arguing tempo. One guy says Shakur's defense and punch volume wins. The other says Tank doesn't need volume. He just needs one moment. And suddenly we're back to that same haunting question. What happens when precision meets patience, with power hiding in the background like a plot twist?
He throw a lot of shots, but every shot he throws, he makes them count.
I said that's the best chess match in boxing.
Definitely.
I was getting ready to say, I'm going with Tank in 12.
He stops him in 12?
No.
Just
decision.
12.
Then Porter chimes in with that dead experience lens, talking about the what-if moments. And that right there shifts the entire energy, because now it's not about skill. It's about venturing into unknown territory. He's basically asking what happens if Shakur gets touched clean for the first time. Not grazed, not tapped, but clipped with Tank-level timing. And I like how they bring up Urias, because that shows Tanks has been tested. He's been in deep water and figured it out mid-fight. But Shakur, he's been so clean, so controlled. It almost feels like we're waiting for someone to mess up the equation just to see his reaction. Then they start tossing around predictions like darts, stoppage, decision, draw, nobody agreeing. And somehow, that makes the fight feel even bigger. And when they say it's the best fight in boxing, that's not hype, that's reality. Because this isn't just styles clashing, this is philosophies colliding. One guy forcing the rhythm, the other refusing to dance to it. And if you really think about it, that's not just a fight. That's a mental war with gloves on.
Watching Shakur fight, man, those more punches than Tank.
Yeah. That could be a problem for him.
It could be a problem for him. And the thing about it is, his defense is good. And if it goes...
So, when you step back and really look at everything, this whole Tank versus Shakur conversation stops being a simple who wins debate and turns into something way deeper. You've got Tank moving like a finisher in a video game, calm, patient, waiting for that one opening to end everything in a flash. While Shakur is out here playing chess like he's already read the final chapter, controlling space, controlling tempo, making elite fighters look like they showed up to the wrong exam. Then you've got voices like Roy Jones Jr. saying, discipline tips the scale. Crawford warning that Tank's biggest weapon might not even land, and Porter reminding us that one clean moment can rewrite everything we think we know. And that's the beauty of it. Nobody is completely right, but nobody is wrong either, because this fight isn't about resumes or highlights anymore. It's about identity. Does precision break power, or does power interrupt perfection? That's the question sitting right in the middle of all this noise. And honestly, that's why this fight feels bigger than just belts or rankings. It feels like a statement about what boxing really is at the highest level.
It's gonna be a straight up.
I got an 11-round stoppage by Tank.
Tank. If he don't stop him, who you gonna give it?
I got Tank 8-4.
He says draw. I say Shakur throws more
Our guest
punches.
is on the line.
If you go 12 rounds, I think Shakur got it.
One moment, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Shakur got it. If it goes 12.
Yeah.
Because he throws